Now, I made a video a while back about the Chaos Code character known as Kagari and why she looks so different in the new upcoming Chaos Code game, Chaos Code Nemesis Experiment. My entire video was basically about how the lore went down, where Kagari is working for this organization called Kurenai, led by someone named Kurenai, who simply body-jacks women in order to keep her youthful appearance, and she was planning to do that for Kagari, right? That was already the kind of this lore standing that was already told in the games, right? And my theory was that the reason Kagari looks so different in the game is because she was already been hijacked, been bodyjacked. And I had a couple of comments telling me that maybe she didn't get bodyjacked. Maybe it's just this character moving on her own path because she finally realized how crazy Kurenai is. And I think that's a good theory of going about it, because I like this idea of the character actually do moving on her own. I really didn't bring that up when I was making that original video, but I do like the idea of Kagari actually leaving Kurenai and developing her own ninja skills. She discards the armor, she doesn't need it anymore, and going on her own path. I think that's a cool way of taking it, rather than my sadder, darker way of taking it. But I do like the idea of her essentially being her own person away from someone who's willingly taking advantage of her. And I like the idea of her moveset being different, her looks being different, because she's trying to develop her own stuff. Because when you really think about it, Kagari's moves and stuff could just be from the training she had with Kurenai, because Kurenai did raise Kagari from a child all the way to what she is now, right? So it would make sense that Kagari would develop movesets derivative of the previous one she had, but with her own spin on it, right? Develop more of a ninja take. Now, she is a ninja. She's wearing a suit of armor, and she is a ninja. She's just straight up a ninja, right? But it's kind of cool seeing this different angle taken with the character if she's not underneath, Kurenai, because the armor and the way she carries herself in the game does make her look cold and imposing, right? But I feel like with this new game, she's not so cold and imposing. She's not really that bad of a person, really. Kagari is a caring person for what is shown in the game, and she's just a normal person. She's just being controlled by someone very, very bad. And I guess it goes to show that if she did leave Kurenai, she would be more normal, develop her own skills. And I like to see what this would be like for other characters. For example, Hikaru, right? Because I feel like if this is the way they could take Kagari, will she discover the truth about the Earth Union, Hikaru's position in it, the real truth? Because for all we know, she could be fed lies and BS by Kurenai, because Kurenai's group does oppose the Earth Union. And these guys both are bad people. The Earth Union and Kurenai's faction are both wrong in their own ways, right? And Hikaru doesn't know that. Hikaru doesn't know he's on the enemy side, and Kagari doesn't really know she's on the enemy side. These are just people who are just basically pawns for the greater scheme of what they're playing on with the Chaos Code and stuff like that, right? And I feel like if Kagari does learn more about the actual truth and everything, maybe she wouldn't hate Hikaru so much because she knows he's just a pawn she was. I don't know. I actually really don't know. I don't know how this game can even take that sort of angle. Don't know. Chaos Code isn't known for its story. It doesn't really have much of a story outside of its arcade runs, but I do hope that this is an angle they could take with. Now, if my idea is right and Kagari is possessed, then there's that. There's really no way we can do that right there, right? But I feel like if Kagari isn't possessed, the route that can be taken is that, hey, we could have Kurenai be a playable character, because she still probably wants to possess Kagari, right? And she could be dying as we speak right now, right? And so she's still trying to desperately get Kagari to possess her, and then Kurenai could be a playable character. We could actually play as Kurenai going against Kagari. I think that would be super cool to see, because I feel like if she was possessed, you wouldn't have a playable Kurenai unless there was some, random bullshit to justify her existence. But I feel like if she was a separate character, right? If she was a separate character, we have a new character out there. We can actually play as her, see how her movesets work, and see how different her techniques are from Kagari's, stuff like that. I think that'd be a super interesting idea to take Kagari's and Kurenai's characters. I think that'd be super cool. But we won't know until we get any sort of lore updates or anything like that, because again, the current version of Chaos Code is going to be in arcades. And we don't know how long that's going to be in the arcades, because the creator of the series Mickey Lynn did say that he wants to have the games in arcades and have it later on consoles. That he just says that's how it is. We like to test the game out in arcades before we put it on consoles, which does make sense. That's how a lot of these games come out. You know, they put it on the arcades, they test it out, they add more characters, they get a good feel of how the game will work, and then they port it to consoles with, you know, new additions and stuff like that. So don't know how long this is going to be, and I'm probably just making up some bullshit headcanon that will probably never come true. I don't know. I just like coming up with story ideas for Chaos Code, because I think it's super interesting of how the pieces are there. We just need to connect them in some fashion, and hopefully they will. Hopefully we get something new. Hopefully we get lore. I don't know. I love lore. I just like figuring out shit I just like figuring out new shit from what little we have, and I think that's super interesting. But yeah, that's all I really want to say. Peace out, everyone. Thank you for watching my sequel video, I guess. I could call it a sequel video. So without further ado, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everyone. I hope everyone has a great day. I am out.